Shri Krishna. Dear friends, today I'm going to talk about God's gift. Guess what? It's the multivitamin plant. It's also called Katuk and its botanical name is Sauropus androgynous. Most of our Malaysian viewers would know better about this plant. So, for some of you to get familiar with this plant, I would like to mention a few names of this plant in different languages. In English, it is called sweet leaf bush, star gooseberry, multivitamin plant, or even Katuk. Its botanical name is Sauropus androgynous, as I said before. Its Sanskrit name is Chakramuni. So here's the scientific classification. Kingdom is Plantae, order is Malpighiales, family is Euphorbiaceae, and genus and species are Sauropus bloom and Sauropus androgynous respectively. Now let's have a close look at the different parts this plant has. The shrub we have is not yet big enough to yield flowers and fruits because of lack of sunlight, as we have grown it indoors. The same way, even humans, when they are packed up and bunched up in the cities, they can't even reach the sunlight and the sunshine. So that's why the development skills of children or even adults in cities is very slow. So here I can show you the leaves, which are the only parts in this plant used for culinary as well as medicinal purposes. Katuk plant's average height is 500 centimeters. So here the leaves are ovate or lance shaped. 2.0 to 7.5 centimeters is the length of each of its leaflets, as you can see over here. You can also measure it in a scale and check it for yourself. So this is the way we can identify the plant. So it's always better to get to know which plant it is before you are consuming it. And so the leaves can also be obtuse or acute. The flowers are disc-shaped, the male flowers. It can be disc-shaped nearly entirely or so. The fruits are nearly globular, whitish, and up to 1.5 centimeter in diameter. The branches are angled and cylindrical, as you can see over here. It has a cylindrical shape, not like the pirandai that we have up. It has a square shape. So there is a difference in each of the plant's branches. So now I would like to state the powerful health benefits this God-gifted shrub offers us. It is a well-known cure for wounds, inducing lactation, urinary problems, diabetes, obesity, fever, and inflammation. Many of us would feel that buying show plants would be a great look for the house, but we don't understand that some of these show plants have even caused deaths. So it's always better, instead of keeping show plants, we could keep such useful and rare herbs which could be used and whenever any of your family members have any bodily ailments. This beneficial plant's leaves could be used for any type of wound, for example, cuts, bruises, pus wounds, and even bed sores because of its antimicrobial activity. This can also be utilized for its anti-inflammatory properties when some of us could get an inflammation due to a fall, an accident, an insect bite, or a hurt. Numerous scientific researches were conducted on this plant, which had resulted in the recovery of this beautiful plant's properties and potential. It has antimicrobial, anti-obesity, antipyretic, anti-diabetic, antipyretic, and antioxidant properties. It also has antispasmodic properties. It is traditionally used as a slimming agent fighting diabetes, curing urinary problems, and for healing wounds, also to put away free radicals, get rid of food poisoning, also to get rid of free radicals and improve vision, reduce fever, and many more diseases. So now I would like to state the amazing dishes and lovely dishes that you can make out of this plant. Number 1, stir fry. Stir fry is a delicacy of roasted greens. Number 2, we have sambar. It's a South Indian dish. It is made of greens, lentils, and vegetables such as tomato, ladyfinger, and many more, such as brinjal. Rasam, it's a diluted soup which is made out of tomatoes and greens. Soup, a tasty, warm, and healthy drink made of freshly crushed peppercorns, tomatoes, and other greens such as Chakramuni. We can use it as a normal green, and many of the Malaysians, ancient traditional Malaysians, use it as a green which is a high source of multiple vitamins, and that's why it's called a multivitamin plant. Another dish you can make out of it is kootu, a South Indian delicacy which is made out of de-skinned and halved green gram as well as greens, many greens. We can also use it as a colorant or a coloring agent. This plant contains a number of natural chemicals such as sterols, tannins, flavonoids, terpenoids, saponins, resins, glycosides, cardiac glycosides, catechol, and also alkaloids, phenols, out of which one alkaloid called piperine could be very potent, and eating excess of these leaves could cause a few health complications, considering 40 grams. So above 40 grams, if anyone eats it, then it could cause health complications. Here, this plant's 100 grams will have 580 milligrams of piperine. So simply consuming below 200 grams, that is 200 milligrams, that is 40 grams of this beautiful leaves, we can relish its antispasmodic properties. So propagation is an important part in what I'm talking about. So this plant could be propagated whether by seed or a cutting. Here my mother has propagated this plant with a cutting. We had only one before and now we have two. Bhaiya, can you focus on this one? This is another plant and this was grown by a cutting. It also has flowers and fruits which you can get by keeping it in a place where adequate sunshine falls. So this would be a very good and comfortable place for this plant to live and develop even faster and better. So this plant needs adequate sunshine. It also needs trimming once in a while because it can catch white mealybugs, and also you will have to remove and get rid of a few leaves which will have holes, so you can keep your plant healthy and you can keep even yourself healthy. Finally, I would like to thank God for gifting to us with this valuable herb. Thank you. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Ramachandra, Jai Shri Lakshmi Nrsimha. One small clipping for my little friends is going to be the scenery with Krishna. Here is Krishna, his friends, and the two cows as well as the adorable calf. So this is the way Vrindavan looks. A few points to add. Here, as you can see, I have made a flow chart, and my mother always insists me to do this. And I study everything after my mother prints an article, and I note down this way. First I make a rough one, and then I start it over here. So all children like me in any age, doesn't matter any age, can do it themselves. They just need some encouragement. So as you can see here, first I write the name of the plant in the center. We have the names, the different names that I know of this plant. The scientific classification, the appearance, the properties, usage in culinary purposes, chemical composition, medicinal properties, propagation. In this we have nutrition, pests, by planting by seed or cutting. We have to apply cow dung on the cutting for it to come well. Here the growth of the plant, the roots, diseases of the plant such as soft root, curly leaves, pests, holes, whitish, mealybugs on the plant, and weak plants such as they just fall off. Here we also have sunlight. So adequate amount of sunlight is good and lack of sunlight is bad. So this, if we make it, it would be even interesting for kids. If some kids like drawing, then they can include drawing in an educative manner, such as like this. They can make different diseases, they can write the different diseases, and they can draw the pictures of what all happens. In such a schooling, they will also know how the disease looks. They will study that. They can also draw and have even fun while studying. It's not just like a boring class and you have to just concentrate just there and you can't do whatever you want. So here is a very good way of teaching kids, and